They thought Karoline Leavitt would fold under pressure, but when she pulled out the receipts and exposed their hypocrisy live on air, the entire panel fell apart. The invitation arrived 3 days before the broadcast, an unexpected email sitting at the top of Karoline Leavitt's inbox. The subject line was direct exclusive panel discussion, media accountability, and modern politics. A quick scan of the details confirmed what she already suspected. This wasn't an invitation, it was an ambush in disguise. A panel filled with well-known liberal reporters, a discussion on accountability, a prime-time slot on one of the biggest networks in the country. Karoline could already predict how it would go. They pile on talk over her, twist her words, and frame her as the outlier. She could have ignored it, moved on. But something about this setup felt different. They were underestimating her, assuming she'd crumble under their weight. That was their first mistake, so she accepted. The studio in Washington, D.C. hummed with quiet urgency as the countdown to live broadcast ticked away. Karoline adjusted the small mic clip to her blazer, her reflection staring back at her from a glossy monitor nearby. The set was sleek, dark wood overhead lighting, carefully positioned to cast just the right amount of shadow and contrast. Everything about it screamed manufactured balance, as if the network wanted to appear neutral while ensuring the conversation steered in one direction. The panel is filed in one by one, each greeting her with the kind of polite coldness reserved for a guest they had no intention of treating fairly. Karoline recognized most of them, seasoned media figures, names with decades of influence behind them. She shook their hands anyway, flashing a smile that didn't quite reach her eyes. At the center of it all sat the moderator, Charles Whitman, a network veteran with a reputation for controlled bias, subtle enough to maintain credibility, sharp enough to guide discussions toward a preferred narrative. Karoline,
he agree.